Hello and welcome to Shortened Spyparty. I just wanted to make this because Spyparty games take a very long time to watch and play, and I figure some people might appreciate if they could watch abridged or shortened versions of the games. Here we go. So the first game starts off slowly with RoyalFlush going for an attempted flirt at statues. In order to not remain suspicious though, he tried to wait until after picking up the statue, and he ultimately missed the flirt. I think he should have drank his drink at the statues to get that flirt in. Anyways, from there, Flush went to go grab a bookcase, and then he went immediately into contacting the double agent. The book was to lower suspicions a little bit, and it was a great BB. Everyone was in conversation. After that, Flush became very passive, and he probably wouldn't have finished, except for the fact that Frizzle got shot. And in my opinion, Frizzle was probably shot for being in conversation during the contact double agent, even though everyone was, and then she handed off the briefcase twice, which looked like completing fingerprints, and it would have been possible for her to have finished if she flirted. In the next game, Varanas idles as Papa Danger for the first bit of the game before finally bugging. This was in conversation, and I don't think it was the best bug, but hey, it worked. RoyalFlush was paying attention to something else at the time. Then, after the ambassador left, the double agent was contacted, leaving Varanas with plenty of time to do the final mission, and from there, he was just going to wait until the end of the game to do inspects, but the twin was shot, and it didn't matter. Here, RoyalFlush immediately went for inspect swap, and got a green swap, which was nice for him, and he then went to go do briefcase and get a little fingerprint action. Meanwhile, while snaps swapped, unfortunately for Flush, Varanas saw through this, and suddenly it was down to basically a handful of people. Flush got neutral lit for idling. I think he did a good job of recognizing that he was a suspect. Once the banana bread went off, he was recognized as top suspect again, and then he died while he was adding time. This was a slow game at first. It opened with 51% on the flirt, and then after a fair bit of waiting, Varanas got 2 inspects going. He then went to the other side of the statue and picked up a fingerprint and the final inspect. Unfortunately for him, this earned a highlight, and then a drink take got him the final print after that, so he had inspects and prints done. And then he went back to the same conversation that his flirt partner was originally in, and he finished that with another green. And then a BB split into swap won him the game and actually got him low lit as well. In this round, Flush opened very strong with an unseen bug. This was followed up with a flirt at bookcase, which probably got him paired since there was no other reason to go to case that game, but I don't know. Flush then handed off the case for some sweet prints and ends up with a highlight due to not going behind the amba. He was kind of off to the side. Hi, this is S-Man in the editing room. I didn't notice that when Flush had taken the briefcase, he had actually taken it next to the ambassador, which is a terrible thing to do, and that might have been the reason for the highlight. Nothing happened for a while in the game except for flirts, and then he contacted and purloined at the same time, which sometimes works, but in this case led to his death. And then finally, this game, Varanas opened fast as opposed to his last slow opening. He went for 3 inspects, and then he went into a little bit of flirting, and then he went into contact immediately, and then he went into bug. And from there, he just flirted the rest of the game, and he won. Very well done. And overall, it was a nice match.